start with the game, and then you can share your thoughts about the season.
Okay, thanks, Kapro. Good morning to members of the media. Look, I think we're coming into this game obviously wanting to make sure that we're in the top 8 or we finish in a position that is respectable. And we are playing against a team that is an open book. Everyone knows Pirates and a difficult team to play against. We must have watched them last night playing against Super Sport. The way they move and the way they support each other in terms of their structure is still more or less the same. Maybe a few changes since Coach Jose left, but not too many. Yesterday we saw a young goalkeeper, very comfortable in the ball. Makes them play in terms of the build-up from the back and for them to progress the ball into the middle of the park. So we've got quite comfortable players on the ball that can easily hurt you. But like any other team, every system has got these weaknesses, so we try to capitalize on the weaknesses as well, and hopefully that will help us execute the plan and be able to get maximum points.
So I want to coach. It's missing some independent media. Coach, obviously you guys still have, okay, it's started now. Since last week, Kaizer with more than meeting. Maybe others, but the club announced that you're going to be staying on for another season. Just your reaction to that and how confident are you moving forward with this entire project?
Yeah, as I've said, ever since we took over, obviously when I say we took over, still involved in Coach Gun. We started this journey together. We had a long-term plan. And even though it was always going to be about the results, and so we obviously thank the president for giving us the opportunity to stay longer and showcase our talents as coaches. So I think AmaZulu is one of the team that are giving mostly so-called inexperienced players the opportunity, not players, inexperienced coaches, the opportunity to come and help the team, and it has worked wonders, and also it had challenges, here and there. So I would say we embrace the opportunity given by the president to us, and the fact that it's a project gives us enough time to also implement our way of doing things, and also grow at the same time, growing the team together, not only us. And of course, when you look at the talent that this team possesses, there's a lot of youngsters from the development. There's also quality players that have been here. Challenges are always there, in football. Like, as you can see right now, the weather might not be conducive for us to be able to use the field, but we're going to have to compromise and come up with another plan, just to make sure that we prepare properly for this very important game of the season, which is to put us in a better position should we be able to grind, or to get maximum points. So yeah. Once more, not only the president and the board and many other people that also played a huge role in making sure that we are comfortable in order for us to do our job properly. Good pro as well, you guys as the media, the supporters, the people who are cooking for these boys, the people who are preparing the field for us. So it's raining today, I can imagine if the field was waterlogged. So we thank all those people. They played a huge role, and the players and their families, just to make sure as well that these players they come to training under circumstances and perform to their utmost best. And we've been praying for many other things that things they change for the better. And sometimes when you pray to God and you ask for certain things, it might take time to answer you. But when He answers you, you ask yourself questions: what is actually happening? And we must have seen the results have been going our way. We are one team that played more games earlier on, and by the look of things, then people thought maybe, or if teams win their remaining games, we'll be out of top 8. And we are still there. We already secured the position in the top 8, but it's in our hands now to finish in a better position. So we have stopped doing or tightening our buttocks. As I said, doing the miniering. So in actual fact, we were praying and God answered us. But also we're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So we've been rewarded in terms of the players showing, consistency in terms of, even though in terms of our performances we were fluctuating, but we showed a lot of hunger, we showed a lot of commitment, and we've been rewarded, by being in the top 8. So it's all up to us now to take this to the next level.
Sorry, colleagues. The order would be Robin first.
Say answer the question about Minyaring, because I want to jump about since the 2nd of May last time we played, and then from now on, how much Minyaring, because we haven't moved since that to be number 6. So yes.
All right, so Mkaba, then we'll go to you. Then bese kuba uJobe, bese kuba uBuhle. Simiso will come. Ngeke sikhumbule order bese singangenelani, so Mkaba will start with you.
Angibingelele Mankethe naboza kwethu. Bengicela ungiphe nje ngesiZulu. Siyazi ukuthi isizini uyifice isiqalile usuthwini. Mhlambe ungathini ngesizini yakho yokuqala uyingxenye yesuthu njengomqeqeshi, ungayichaza njengesizini ebenjani, nanokuthi ke uma kuphela isizini uzizwa unjani neposition engasenqedeni kuyona?
Ngibonga Mhlonishwa. Uyazi ebholweni inkinga yebhola ukuthi awazi ukuthi kuzoyenzakala kusasa. Uhlezi ufisa ukuthi izinto zenzakale ngendlela ofuna ngayo. Kodwa ke ngoba akusuko kuphela othandazayo, akusuko kuphela ohlela izinto ukuze uphumelele. Kunabanye futhi abakhona kule simo esikuso. Mangithi isimo sengikhulumela i-level ye-football e-South Africa. Nabo bafuna ukuwina, nabo bayahlela izinto zabo kahle ukuthi bayenze sure ukuthi bawine imidlalo. So akukho lula. So buya sekusebenza ke nesipho, abantu bangakuthatha kalula lokho, ukusebenza nesipho. Sekusebenza nokuthi ulekelelwa kangakanani uma izinto zinzima. Nabadlali futhi ukuthi babone izinto kanjani, ngoba akukho lula ukuthi uthole izinto kahle uma ngabe angeke unise izinto. Nabadlali babonisa indlela, babonise the brighter side of things. Bangabukeli izinto manje. Ngoba uma kungukuthi besizofika la sinocoach Kani, sibukela izinto manje, besizobe sithatha amashansi eqinisweni. Ngoba ebesifuna ukuthola kahle ukuthi sibeke iqembu lamaZulu position engcono. So bengeke sifike nje ugijimile phezulu kwezinto bezikhona ezinye bese ucabanga ukuthi uzolungisa izinto. Kufana nomuntu obeka utshani phezulu komgodi. Ungabufakanga inhlabathi lezokhulisa lo tshani ukuthi utshani bumele kahle, ukuthi ubone bulihlaza from ukude, ubone udima nabo utshani buza kahle. So bekumele ukuthi silungise kunicala of each yiloko besisebenzela phezulu kwabo, and kungakho futhi again nama results beweya phansi phezulu ngoba besisebenzela ngokunye ebekumele senze show ukuthi ubukayo. So engicabanga ukuthi i-management ye-club iyasinikeza lelo thuba ukuthi sisebenzele kulezo zinto lezo nanoma bekunzima nabadlali-ke baqala bajwayela nabo ngoba masingabaqeqeshi asisebenzi ngokufana asenze izinto ngokufana nakwesinye isikhathi kuba mnyama before kuzokhanya. So sibonga kakhulu upresident nabalekeleli bakhe nawo wonke umuntu oyiphathi yamaZulu ukuthi basibekezelele ngoba bekungekho lula. Futhi sifuna ukuqeda le season kahle ku-position better ezwenza nabalandeli bethu ukuthi babhilivele kuthina nabadlali ukuthi kukhulu okuzayo ngeqembu lamaZulu ngoba abaziyo bathi Rome was not built ngelanga elodwa. So nathi we had ukuthi sile a very solid foundation kuqala before sifuna ukuyikha phezulu ngoba besizoyikha phezulu siphinde sibuyele emuva futhi. So we had ukuthi sicale phansi and then sithathe step by step, and ngicabanga ukuthi we are growing in stature, we are getting there steady but surely, and sokuyithi manje ukuthi sizikhethele positions ngokucela ngoba isezandleni zethu kulo mdlalo wethu wokugcina sizodlala against the world.
You know, and when I'm on Bunga, the Kachukamanga, address, which is the do you think we have what it takes now to in terms of producing good players? I was a representative in the different regions.
Yeah, ngicabanga ukuthi ngiye-addressa lokho kakhulu in the past. Ngathi for the balance ye-football e-South Africa. How many good players ezidlalela big teams like your Gauteng, you go as far as Limpopo, you know, those players are doing well. So inking I go. So we needed to obviously go back, see, analyze the ratio with inking I ngaba kuphi. And thina esamaZulu into esiphezulu ufuna ukuthola support ufuna ukuthi abantu beze ngokuningi in terms of ingane zabo. AmaZulu anama structures different age groups engicabanga ukuthi advantage amaZulu engifisa ngazo thina amanye ama teams ngiya-understanda indaba ze-funding bangapartnerisha namanye ama-teams amancane i-game izokhula kakhulu la eKaizer ngoba i-talent liningi kakhulu, and uzothi uma uthatha ulandela namanye ama-provinces you baproducer good players but angafani nawo se-KZN. Banendlela abaspecialize ngayo base-KZN, abase-Free State banendlela ufuna the defensive midfielders from kudala uzolandela the best defenders, best defensive midfielders bezophuma e-Free State from Sirame Litswaka, yo Steve Kopela, yo Bani? Oh, okay. Yeah, then uzobuyela kubo manje sikhuluma ngoTembo Khomukwena. So it tells you that part of the province produces ama players aggressive, very comfortable on the ball, clever, and all that. And physique as well. Then you go to Joburg, where produce more skillful players. You come to KZN, players as smart, hard runners, laba bakwazi ukudila ngepressure. You go back to the likes of in terms of capacity, endurance. Again, you go to the late Suzo Mutawo, you go to the likes of Helman Mkelele, you Jewel Fire, speed, and so even those days, Shaka Nogo, Kaizer Chiefs, they were very explosive.
Justice is told.
You name them. Justice. So that is why I need to more bigger in South Africa right now as we speak. the players is winning under 20. You go to Cape Town, aggressive, good ballers in terms of, good crossers of the ball. So now nanomo national team select a player so yazi ukuthi bacomplementane la kule province zothola baso. So you go for the best la kule province zothola baso. So now mobheka iKZN ukuthi produce how many players ezidlalile labo Sibusiso Zuma as a player. Sibusiso Zuma endurance capacity yakhe like was at a different level. Abo Pele now sikhuluma speed la AmaZulu abo Jewel Fire, you know. So that's why ngizama ukubonisa ukuthi it has always been there, but probably as a nation azange siyenze i-blueprint for thina ukuthi sisebenzele for isikhathi eside, but still isaziphindaphinda again. So namanje uzothi mawuthi uyabheka ku-national team abosibisi abadlala Orlando Pirates, like ushilo umbuzo uphendule nje umbuzo wakho, the 5 players like KZN. So mina as a coach analyzing i-game ngizelela not only ukufocus ekuncedeni i-team koko konke, but the province must also benefit from ama-players adlala from kuma-structures wethu ukuthi beze ba-add value, and then also bancede ne-national team. So yiloko esikubhekile. I've always been like that as a coach.
Coach, you've seen a team, the transfer market is coming. Kaizer has that opportunity to discuss with the club what they need. What will satisfy Coach Zwane going into the new season in terms of signings?
To be quite honest, it's always going to be difficult to talk about that now. We are working on it, but it's always difficult to get what you're looking for. And that is why, as a coach, you have to be flexible. It depends what you're going to get on the market. That can come in terms of playing personnel, come and add value. Also, as we're fighting to make sure that we have identity, a way of playing that can also help our development players to, you know, in terms of integration, to you know, so that it can be smooth, you know, for them when they are promoted to the first team. So we still have a long way to go. I would be lying to you if I would say we are looking for so and so and so and so. We will be looking for the best talent. If we do have the best talent in our reserve team, and we will definitely, you know, give that player the opportunity. If there's a player that is playing in the first division and is doing very well, you must have seen the likes of Hlangabeza, who played a very, very important role for Maritzburg United. So we're looking for. I'm sorry to Mr. Kajudia. Yeah, and remember I'm getting in Dala, so I'm from Napa. So yeah, it Devon City. So which is good for the province as well. You know, for the province to have another team at that level in the Premier League is will create more jobs for the players in this area. Is will create more jobs for many other people as well as stadium games matches. So you need more teams because there's a lot of talent. So yeah, sibheke nje phambili ukuthi sibone ukuthi ubani ongeza sincede. Masingamtholi siqala la ekhaya sibone ukuthi la ekhaya sinani. Ngoba the coaches also are doing very well with development structures, and also they deserve to be, you know, to be encouraged ngomsebenzi abawenzayo ukuthi babone ukuthi nabayenza umsebenzi omuhle. You must have seen uMasheho uzile wascora like very good goals. Cracker against the Polokwane City. Ubayanda did very well. First game yakhe mastera ne Stellenbosch. So we need to balance that as well to give these youngsters the opportunity, because it must prove it right so far. Must be the opportunity, and it encourages others as well. Whenever we give them the opportunity around season.
Coach,
sorry, the order is with
this work job,
yeah.
So
my man is Smiso.
okay.
After Smiso is this gentleman coach. Then we'll take the last one from Robin so that you can enjoying yourself.
Coach, maybe just back to the game. The team that you're going to be coming up against, some might say have nothing to play for at this point. Seems as if the long season is also getting to them, and you've had quite a smaller break, probably fresher than them. Is this probably the perfect time for your team to play a big team, looking at what you still have to play for as well?
It is actually disadvantage, the advantage goal, because you don't look at them and look at the number of games that they've been playing. There's chemistry there. That's why they're a difficult team to play against. And as much as they've played a lot of games, it's how we're going to prepare for them, obviously, to capitalize in terms of fatigue. But that doesn't give us guarantee. They're a professional setup. They know how to give their players enough rest to recharge their batteries and be ready for this game. And there are no easy game at PSL. They're not going to come to Mavida and say they've been playing or they are playing for nothing at the moment. There's nothing like that. They will always want to finish the season on a high note. They are Orlando Pirates. So it also gives us a good test to look at where we are, because Orlando Pirates has been one of the teams that raised the bar, in South African football landscape. So all those things, if you want to look at where we are in terms of the players, the standard in preparations for next season as well. We will have a lot of positives and negatives that we can learn from in order to take our game to the next level.
Coach, clearly indaba kaHlangabeza is a done deal, but the question I wanted to ask is, a couple of your players contributed in the pending promotion here at Durban City. I'm sure you've been following their progress. And what did you think of their contribution as individuals?
No, I was just making an example. Like you said, the players that were sent on loan, the was for us as a club in the first place. We knew why we did it. And also the sort of like, I wouldn't say the partnership, I would say the working relationship we have in the Durban City, help these players and us a lot, and them. So everyone, all parties, benefited. So it also goes back to now how we can help the game grow. For these programs, for South Africa, for everyone. So these are the kind of relationship that we need to have in order for us to be better. And as I said, you look at what you have and what you want, and the need as well. What do we need right now as a club? We're still going to sit down and discuss certain things, but at the end of the day, it is for us to finish on a high note. And once more, we are proud to see most of our players on loan doing very well, but not all of them, unfortunately. There are some that did not get game time because of injuries and for many other reasons in football. So, but again, I haven't congratulated Coach Zwane. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate him and his technical team. They've done tremendously well. And the support that they got from the management was second to none. We've played a lot of practice matches with them. They helped us as well because we needed, to help the team going back to the situation. Someone asked me if I can go back in terms of preparations. We've been playing for almost 2 weeks now. So now you can imagine if we did not get teams that were competitive to help us. Unfortunately, this time, a team like Maritzburg was not available because the focus was on promotion. So, but they've always been there, to help us. And whenever we played against them, they tested us in such a way that they helped us to all the games actually that we played after playing against them. We went all the way to get maximum points. That's how they've helped us in the past. So we are happy for them and we're happy for everyone and for the province as well. So yeah, we will see how it goes. We still have, like I said, it's a long way to go. We still have a lot to do. It is not an overnight thing. We're gonna have to come up with a plan that will last long for the club in terms of sustainability.
Coach, just the last one. You arrived, coach. The club has lost 3 games, and now you're number 6. You're already guaranteed to top 8. Do you feel vindicated for yourself? Like that you have revived your coaching career? Looking back at what happened in Kaizer Chiefs, you take them to number 5. They are mingering before coming in the top 8. Do you feel vindicated for yourself that, you know what, I've shown myself that I'm a coach as well, I've got capabilities?
No, I've always believed in myself as a coach, and I always believe that everything that happened will happen for a reason. When I look at my coaching career, and even when I was a player, it's like a movie. I'm still watching the movie because as a player, I've been through a lot, been through the most. I've experienced a lot of things that I think many other players, if they were in my shoes, they wouldn't come back. So, and some of us, our journeys are always going to be difficult. And I take my journey of a football player as the one of the coaching career are similar. It's how I started. As a player, started at Cosmos, went overseas, came back, found myself in the 2nd division, fighting for my career, to revive it again. Then back to the national team, then Kaizer Chiefs, then again. Then I had the longest, career as a player that I must be proud of. And then I see the same, in my coaching career, the difficulties that I've endured, things that other people, I don't think they would survive, they would come back, like I'm trying right now from the situation that I have been, dealing with my kids that couldn't cope at school because of everything that was happening where I was. So I see it as a blessing. Rather than being punished, I had to be in that situation in order for me, to be where I am right now. And once more, I would like to thank the management of AmaZulu, the president in particular, for giving me a lifeline, giving me the opportunity to revive my career. And yeah, it's all up to me now. It's in my hands to take this to another level. Not because I want to prove a point to other people. I'm not here to prove a point. I'm just doing my job. As simple as that. I chose to be a coach. And since I chose to be a coach, I'm going to have to behave like a coach. I'm going to have to give everything to the best of my ability to succeed. And I've got the support of Ubra Pro here. It's always been there. I've got Ubra Brilliant here. So I'm very lucky. So that is why I'm saying, if I can be able to dust myself off from the situation I was in as a player, I still believe I'm 200% sure that I'm going to dust myself off as well as a coach and be successful.
Wish you would get take care.